Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to No Man's Land here in Farming Simulator 19 with me, CWATTYESO. At the end of the last video, I said we was going to be getting into, was going to do a bit of mowing. So here we are, loaded up with the mower. I'm just checking the mower doesn't have any options to do like swath dropping or anything. It doesn't. So we can just go straight into switch it on, lower it down. And we can just drive along, do a nice, lovely bit of grass mowing. Obviously don't have GPS available in this particular tractor. There's also some very funny patchy grass there. I'm kind of having to do this bit eyesighty, bit eyesighty, bit manually. The fact that we don't have GPS installed in this machine. Our one and only tractor that we've got available to us. Drive around the rocks. I don't think those are really rocks. I think those are just terrain that's not been flattened, that's been painted as rocks. There's a bit of a difference in the game between rocks and the painted terrain. I think JiM's gone for painted terrain as some rocks. So actually that area behind me I could technically get rid of if I use the smoothing tool and the paintbrush tool. Bit long. I went a bit long there. Got to be a little bit careful because obviously I don't know where the field boundaries are, where it's going to come up and suddenly go to me, you do not have access to this land, and the last thing you want then is to be in a position where it's like, I've just mowed a load of grass and then when I TED it I'm going to chuck it onto a bit of land that I can't pick it up from. I want to kind of avoid that situation if I can. In plenty of the wild grass mode. I don't even need to raise it up, I just need to switch it off. going quite well. A little bit of mowing. I'll probably leave this as the last row. No, I won't. I'll do one more because I don't want an odd number of rows. So we'll do one more row. quick count there showed me this is my 7th row. It's like, no, we're not finishing on an odd number. People's OCD will get triggered. It gets a bit narrow at this end. Set my stall out very well, did I? This should enable us to make some nice hay bales for the horses. As I say, not going to worry about the sheep till tomorrow because I want to make sure the plumber's got his pipes fixed in place before we buy and add sheep. I will also be making sure I use a trailer to transport the sheep. I will not be taking any fees. I will not be incurring any fees or penalties for the sheep. Right, one of the things I've just noticed I forgot to do with the trailer was I forgot to take the pallets off first. So we're going to need to switch the weight. I need to get them pallets off that machine. The bale net for the wrapper. I loaded them last. I'm hoping it doesn't use too much of this stuff, because I'm tons of it. Drop that one down. I switched the machine off, pressed the wrong button. A number of times I turn vehicles that are still, after all these years of playing the game, coming up to nearly 2 years of playing Farms in 19, I still so many times turn the tractor off or the vehicle, whatever I'm driving, when I'm meant to just be operating or stopping at all. Excellent. We've got ourselves a tenner. Making hay while the sun shines. All that rain comes to spoil the party. Pivot a little bit. I do like this tedder though. It's a little bit nicer to use. Like I say, on the multiplayer server at the moment, on the Ballydawn server, we're using the Cavernland DLC stuff, and that's got some slight quirks to its operating. Specifically, if you're turning whilst the machine is lowered and on, it tends to miss bits of the field, miss parts of the grass, misses parts of swaths. The windrower is exactly the same. It seems like on the windrower, the front two spinny round rakes are designed to move the grass into the path of the two rear rakes, and it's the two rear rakes that then actually create the windrow. So if you're actually driving on a curve round a corner or something, then the rear rakes actually throw the grass into a position where the rear rakes can't actually get it. The front rakes throw the grass into a position where the rear rakes can't windrow it. So you end up with bits of grass or hay left all over the place, or straw, or whatever it is you're windrowing. And I just find that a little bit annoying. So, kind of still the vanilla game, the vanilla base game machinery is still some of the best to use if you're not using mods or windrowing and tedding. And you know, we've got some impressive, you know, obviously that Chrome Swadrow is an impressive mod windrower. It's only slightly let down a little bit by the fact we still haven't really seen a big tedder, you know, like a tedder version of the Swadrow come along that can do massive rows of tedding in one go. Right, so that's done. All switched off nice and nice. Now if we grab the windrower, we windrow all that, then do some nice bales. And I'm just going to park all the equipment over here behind the shed so it's out of the way. Like I say, we will look at buying a proper equipment shed and placing somewhere at some point. It's going to be important to keep all our vehicles under cover and not just leave them exposed to the elements. I'm going to start from the bottom edge of the field with the windrower for the simple reason I want to move the rows away from the rocks over there, because I don't want to be driving up and over the rocks with the baler. Chickens keep bringing in their steady little harvest income. That's because of that box I placed over there. I might place another one of those boxes at the sheep over their wool trigger as well, so their wool is automatically sold, so I don't need to mess around picking that up and moving it, which would be, you know, quality of life little improvement. I know some people don't like that kind of mechanic, who use those kind of little helper systems, but honestly, when you've transported a pallet of wool once, you've done it a million times. To be honest, with the only sell point on the map being the one down by the store, I just don't fancy driving down there constantly with pallets of wool. And we're getting the straw, the grass tedded. In at Wimroad. Gonna get dark soon. I would like to have it baled before it gets too dark. Chance that's not going to happen with the time scale being what it is, because obviously I'm playing quite a rapid pace here on this particular map, 10 times speed. Again, that was because we was going to be playing with seasons, but I ended up removing seasons because seasons doesn't really work with plans to grow lots of trees and do lots of logging. Or 40 tree saplings that I planted, which by the way is a really small number of tree saplings, seeing as the game's statistics tell me that I actually have chopped down 196. Not quite sure I believe that number of trees. I don't think I've chopped down 196 trees. I really don't. Because I wouldn't have had time to have removed 196 stumps. I wouldn't have had the patience. So yeah, I think the game statistics are a little bit broken when I look at it. Yeah, trees planted 40, trees cut down 198. Yeah, there's no way I've chopped down 198 trees. Sorry, game. Sorry, game, but I think you're wrong. I think you are mistaken. No way I've done that many. Right, and that just leaves the bales to be made now. Let's go grab ourselves a baler as the rain starts to fall. Lovely. Lovely. Do I have to open the covers on these? Bale net door, which is what button? That one. Need to refill the baler. So it used 6 bales. Right, what size bales are we going to do? 130, 155, 180, 110, 130, 155. Let's do 130s. I think 130s are. I don't want to do the tiny little ones. If I can help it. See how many bales we get, shall? From what is 4 strips of mowing. Put my lights on because it's starting to get a little bit dark. Okay, that's interesting, because we're over the 6,000 litre mark. These 8,000 litre bales? Looks like these are slightly bigger capacity bales. I'm also using a mod which means that when you're driving with a round baler, it automatically stops when it gets full. So you don't have to worry about manually stopping. It automatically unloads as well. Even better. I believe it works with the Kavernland fast bale. Yeah, something that might need to be tested. That's the only thing I didn't like about the vanilla game with the round balers. How you have to manually keep stopping and unloading the bales. You know, if you forget, it's quite easy to just keep driving forward and not notice you've got full. And therefore, you're not actually emptying and getting rid of any bales. Now, will we be able to unload a partial bale? That is one of the questions I always find myself asking. Force unload it. Apparently not. So still have that issue where some of these balers don't work with unfinished bales, the unfinished bales mod, which means you're kind of stuck with a bale in the machine that you can't unload. One of the things I need to do as well, I need to adjust that light. You may notice that light is not at the same. The other one seems to be fairly splayed open in terms of its lights, whereas that one seems to have the lights sort of up in the air, pointing sort of out horizontally. So what I need to do is have a look at this. Press the wrong button there. Might need to move that out of the way because that might be too close. There is a way to do it because I've obviously done it on the other light. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's all the lights now at the same sort of dispersal rate. Right, let's pick this trailer back up, because what we're going to do next is we're going to put it into... Hold them up. Auto load round square bales, round bales 1.3 meters. We want 1.3 meter bales then. I think that's right. I think 1.3 is what we've made. I haven't added any lights over here yet. The 1.3 meter bales, are they the standard site gain? Standard gain diameter bales? Can't remember. Or I wonder if it's possible to wrap these. If I just did grass, is it possible just to wrap these? I know they'll probably turn back into regular old bales, but seems like something that should be possible. They are what they are. Right, switch that off, unload those, strap them on. I always take them out of their ethereal state, make them back into real bales. It'll do that anyway if you save the game, or if the autosave kicks in, it'll do that. It'll explode the bales off the trailer. So you don't really want to leave them in their ethereal state. But I'm going to park them back under the cover over here. At some point we may have to look into getting some buildings. I don't know what we've got available to us. We've got the big buildings obviously that we can use for putting in. Obviously we've got like AJ's big shed pack thing, machinery shed. I was looking more along the lines of what have we got for big lights. Might still need to get ourselves a silo. It's probably going to be under here, isn't it? Miscellaneous. Forage mixer, pig food mixer. Not going to need those just yet. Chicken dealer. Chicken dealer and food. Straw barn. Guessing that's going to be for selling bales, not for storing them. And obviously we've got storage facilities for prone pellets. They're all things we can add. However, we've kind of reached the end of this episode, folks. I'm going to go and have a good night's sleep, despite the fact my house seems to have some grass growing in it. I think that's from the decoration tool. This house doesn't seem to be all that much better than the crap shack, in all honesty. It's still a little bit bare bones. We may still eventually have to upgrade when we've got more money to an actual proper house. But for now, we are kind of in a position whereby we have got, you know, room to sleep as we fast go through the night, and we're going to get to daytime. Morning is broken, folks, and a new day is upon us. If I can get out the door, that would be great help. Chickens laying lots of eggs for me. Run around and have a look at the chickens quickly. Give them some water. Barely had a snifter. Horses probably want a bit more, I would think. Plumber should be here doing the sheep pen at this point, which will be nice, because then that means we can look at bringing in the sheep for the next episode in the series. We'll just give the horses there. Excuse me, sneezed again. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, the plumber's here. Look, he's turned up at 6 o'clock. He's building all his stuff. Very good. Excuse me again. Already worth a little bit of money being ridden, being rided. Excellent. Well, folks, we've come to the end of this episode. Be sure to come back and join me in the next one, when we'll be continuing. Like I say, we will be adding the sheep, going getting the sheep. We'll be getting a trailer to transport sheep. We'll be going and getting some sheep, adding them to the farm. Obviously, we've got some hay bales now, which we can use for feeding them, getting them started. We'll probably have to do some more mowing. We might need to do some slightly on a bigger scale and do a lot more. How's my little trees? My little trees are growing very nicely, look. Now they're starting to fan out a bit and thicken out a bit. We are going to need to plant some more, so going to need to buy some more tree saplings, get those in the planter and get some more trees planted. We may also look at bringing the truck over here, the tractor, and changing its configuration a little bit. See if we can't add a GPS module to it, which would just make mowing and tree planting a little bit easier, knowing that we can go in straight lines. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today's episode, folks, go ahead and click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel to stay notified of all my content. Leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye for now, folks.